Hi there. On weekends, we do reruns so that yours truly can take a couple days off. Look for a fresh new episode on Monday. Meanwhile, please enjoy this episode for this day from a previous year. I thank you so much for your indulgence and loyalty, and have a great weekend. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for March 23rd. March 23rd is the 82nd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 83rd in leap years, with 283 days remaining to the end of the year. March 23rd is World Meteorological Day, established by the World Meteorological Organization. The World Meteorological Organization was founded in 1950 to replace the International Meteorological Association, which formed in 1873 as a forum for exchanging weather data and research. The first World Meteorological Day was held on March 23, 1961, and each year has a theme. Today's word is meteorology. Meteorology is a noun that refers to a science that deals with the atmosphere and its phenomena, especially with weather and weather forecasting, or the atmospheric phenomena and weather of a region. The word meteorology comes to us from French, Greek before that. First known use of the word meteorology is 1563, meteorology. And with that, Elisha Graves Otis lived in the 1800s. He was a pretty creative guy, but he struggled to make ends meet and support his family. He kept trying, though. In the early days, he worked on such devices as a turner that could turn spindles, a safety brake for trains, an automatic bread baking oven, before he had to move and start all over again with his young family in tow. Eventually, he ended up in an old abandoned sawmill that he was supposed to convert into a bedstead factory. Being an abandoned building, there was a bunch of junk and debris laying about, and he thought about how he could move all that from one level to another. Such a thing as a hoisting platform had been more or less invented before, but those tended to break unexpectedly, and he was not willing to take that chance. He and his sons developed their own safety elevator, and it worked well for them. Business at the bedstead factory declined. Mr. Otis decided to try to make an elevator company based on the success of his safety elevator that he and his sons had built. He got no orders for several months, but then the 1853 New York World's Fair. Mr. Otis shocked the audience when he gave the order to cut the only rope holding the platform upon which he was standing. An axeman cut the rope, and the platform fell only a few inches before coming to a stop. The safety locking mechanism had worked. After that World's Fair, his business took off with more and more orders every year, as the safety elevator made it possible to build taller and taller buildings. He also developed various other devices that made it possible to transition the elevator between up and down and to quickly stop it. Okay, so this is all very interesting, but why are we talking about Elisha Graves Otis and his elevator business today? Well, it was on March 23, 1857 that Elisha Otis's first elevator was installed at 488 Broadway in New York City. Otis Elevator. This is the birthday of American singer-songwriter, guitarist, and producer Rick Ocasek, born March 23, 1944. Perhaps most remembered as vocalist and frontman for the rock band The Cars, he was very active in the music business. Rick Ocasek passed away in 2019 at the age of 75. Pakistan became the first Islamic republic in the world on March 23, 1956, and this is celebrated as Republic Day in Pakistan. NASA launched their first two-man spaceflight with Gus Grissom and John Young in Gemini 3 on March 23, 1965. In honor of the birthday of Rick Ocasek, today's song is Just What I Needed from the Cars' self-titled first album. Recorded in February of 1978 and released in May of 1978, Just What I Needed reached number 27 on the Billboard Hot 100 and has become one of the band's most popular songs. Just What I Needed by The Cars. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include the link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, all those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Do not disturb.
Okay, I turned Do Not Disturb on.
Good job. Third time better be a charm. January 2nd. The 16th. It's all written in Roman numerals, so I had to translate it. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty. Back to work. I think we got it this time.